Welcome to another fantastic episode of The Forest People. In our previous episode, we spoke about the 4 market days, aka Orie, Afor, and Nkwo. So we spoke about the 4 market days, and this time around, we're going to be talking about the origins of those 4 market days. How did those 4 market days, how did they get their name? Where did they emanate from? According to stories passed from generation down to generation, in a community in Anambra State called Nkwo, which is generally believed to be the origin of the Igbo tribe. The Nkwo people are led by a king called Nkwo. So Nkwo was outside of his palace on a certain day, and then 4 women walked into this compound, all carrying calabash, 4 calabash. Each of them had their own separate calabash. So Nkwo, as is customary with the Igbo community, welcomed the strangers and tried to inquire what their name were and their mission into the land. But the women did not give him any response. So Nkwo decided to he tried everything possible to get their names out, their mission. They did not give him any response. So as is common with Igbo people, he decided to at least welcome them because it was getting late, and then ushered them into a small hut which he actually kept for his visitors. So the 4 women walked into the house and then stayed there. In the night, Nkwo spoke to one of his servants and told him about his plan to get their names. So he now sent his servant as a spy to go and listen to them, to eavesdrop into their conversation to see if he can get their names. He transformed his servant into a rat. So the rat went into the hut, but the women were already sleeping when the rat entered. So the rat now came up with a plan. It went into the calabash of the first woman and was just scattering it. So one of the women woke up and called out to Eke, "Look at, there's a rat entering your calabash." Eke rushed and then pursued the rat went away. So the rat knew, oh, this woman's name is Eke. And for the second time, the rat went to the second calabash and was just scattering it. And then another woman woke up again and was like, "Afor, there's a rat in your calabash trying to destroy your things there." And then the rat had the other one's name and ran away. So the rat did that for 4 times. That is for the 4 women, did that exact event for the 4 women. So the rat left and went back to the king, and the king transformed the rat back. Nkwo, the king, transformed the rat back into a human being. So when in the morning the women came out, as is customary with Igbo traditions, breaking of kola nuts, the Nkwo called the 4 women, and then as he was praying and blessing the kola nut, he called all their names and wished them well for the day. So the 4 women were surprised as how the Nkwo discovered their name. So out of shock, they now gave Nkwo 4 calabash and named the 4 calabash after each of their name, and asked the Nkwo to name the 4 market dates after them, aka Orie, Nkwo, and Afor. That is the story as to how the Igbos got the 4 names for the 4 market days. Is there any other story you know apart from this one that we just shared? Share with us on the comment section. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.